Okay, so for our maths this morning, we're going to go back to our calendar work like we do every day. And I just want you to say nice big full sentences at home with your mummy or daddy or whoever's looking after you. So today is Monday, the 20th of April, 2020. You can repeat that now at home. Yesterday was Sunday, April 2020. So if we know that today's date is the 20th of April, can you work out what yesterday's date was? Tomorrow will be Tuesday, April 2020. So if you've worked out what yesterday's date was, you know what today's date is. Well then, what number comes after 20 on our number line? What date will it be tomorrow? And you can figure that out. Once you've your calendar work all figured out, you can repeat those sentences at home nice and clearly. And then it's time to be a little weather watcher. So be a little weather watcher. Weather watcher, weather watcher. What's the weather like today? Have a little look outside. Is it snowy, sunny, cloudy, rainy? So you can sing that little weather song at home before you figure out what the weather's like. So today I have decided that the weather is sunny. So I put my little pink ticket at the sunshine picture on my weather pictogram. And a pictogram is a type of graph that tells us lots of information. Okay, so now we've completed our calendar work and we've looked at our little weather pictogram. It's time for our mental maths and our counting. So today I have little Even Stephen with me again, and you would have met Even Stephen when we were doing odd and even numbers, and he owns all of the even numbers. And we've Mrs. Oddie Toddy over here, and she owns all of the odd numbers. So today for your mental maths, I really want you to count up in your odd numbers the whole way to 50. That's your challenge. Now you can keep going if you want, but when you're counting up to 50 in your odd numbers, I want you to do a little action today, and it's going to be tap and click, tap and click. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, and I want you to keep going the whole way up to 50, just like I was doing, tapping and clicking on each count. So you're counting in your odd numbers, and that's a really good way of practicing knowing your odd numbers really, really quick. Okay? So once you've got that little job done, I have some 3D shape picture cards here, and I'm going to show them to you now. And when I show you the card, I want you to repeat after me at home. So here I have a yellow cuboid. It is a yellow cuboid. You say that full sentence at home and tell your mummy or whoever's looking after you at home one cool little fact you know about a cuboid. So I know that a cuboid has 6 faces. Okay? It is a red pyramid. You try that at home and tell one cool fact about the pyramid. Okay? It is a blue cube. It is a blue cube. I know that a cube has 8 vertices. 8 vertices. Do you know any other cool facts about a cube? Okay. And here we have a cone. It is a purple cone. Repeat that sentence at home. It is a purple cone. I know a cone has one curved surface. Okay? It is an orange cylinder. It is an orange cylinder. It has 2 flat faces and 1 curved face. Do you know any other facts about a cylinder? It is a blue sphere. It is a blue sphere. Repeat that full sentence at home. And I want you to tell whoever's at home one cool fact you know about a sphere and its properties. Okay? So that was just a little bit of revision of our 3D shapes, and that's a little game you can do at home to constantly remind you of the names of your 3D shapes and their properties. Okay, so hopefully that was of some help today. So I'm going to set you another little challenge to do today at home to finish off your mental maths and our maths meeting this morning. And your challenge is going to be focused on measure. But we're going to be using non-standard units of measure today to measure the length of certain things in your house. So non-standard units of measure, what that means is Miss McGrogan doesn't have a tape measure today. She doesn't have a ruler. And those would be standard units of measure. But when I say non-standard units of measure, and the children in my class have looked a little bit on non-standard units of measure recently, we would be using things like our hands and our feet. And in our class, we were using cubes, we were using glue sticks, scissors, lots of different things to measure the length of certain items. So your challenge today is, I want you to find a carpet in your house. It doesn't matter what size it is, and I want you to measure the length of that carpet for your mummy or daddy or whoever's at home using your feet, using your foot span. But before you do that, you're going to make a prediction. And what is a prediction? Well, it means to have a little guess. So I predict that the length of my carpet from this corner to that corner is going to be about, let's say, 14 feet long. I might not be right, but it's only a prediction, so it doesn't matter. It's just a little guess. So once you've predicted, then you're going to check. Now watch how you're going to do this. You're going to start at the edge with 1 foot. 1, 2, 3. It's important not to take a big gap. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. 8 and a half. So my prediction was not right at all, but that didn't matter. So once you figured out the length of your carpet in your house, let's see what else you can measure in your house. So I thought you might want to measure the length of your table. That would be a good one, your kitchen table. But of course I don't want you to measure that with your feet. You could measure it with your hand span. So just like we did with the carpet, you would go right to the very end of your table and you would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, don't take any big gaps. And you do that right to the very, very end of your table. And then you can try some other measurements at home. You could perhaps take out the forks that you would use to eat your dinner, and you could see how many forks would be the same length as your table. How many forks would be the same length as your sofa in your living room? So I want to challenge you to do that today, and let's see how many different ideas you can come up with at home.